Boys, I'm still so hyped from that live stream last night with 3RL and the announcer, all the changes, the patch notes. I'm so excited. And you know what? The patch notes didn't even cover the event quests being changed and updated. I'm really excited for the new event quests. I'm sure they're going to drop a post about it when the new event quests come out to explain everything, because they do that with all of the event quest stuff. But I want to talk about a couple of other things. There's actually 3 really important topics that I don't really have a way, like, they're not going to make their own video. But they're really important to the game for different reasons. 2 of them are potentially spoilers for upcoming updates. So if you guys are curious about that, obviously you're going to want to watch this. And then the last one is a bug that a lot of players have been experiencing that is essentially game breaking. So game breaking, to summarize, game breaking bug and spoilers. Let's dive right in. The first thing I want to cover is the data mine. This was a data mine that was conducted a couple of weeks ago, I believe, and I didn't make a video on this because I wasn't really sure. But basically, some people found, and again, I can't verify the veracity of these leaks, or they're not leaks, like data mines. I don't know how accurate they are, but some players claim to have found, with this screenshot here, claim to have found changes to Deadpool assets in the game and to Polaris assets in the game. Now, the Deadpool one is not a surprise whatsoever. Obviously, Deadpool was going to get something. It's the Deadpool Wolverine update. Like, we already knew that, right, 6 months ago when the movie was announced to drop in July. But the Polaris one is out of left field. So with Polaris, we could be looking at the mid-month uniform. We could be looking at a Polaris Tier 4 with a mid-month uniform. And if you are a betting man, which I know many of you watching the channel may be, 2 weeks from today, from the update being on the 23rd, is the 6th of August. August, or more precisely the first half of August, puts us in prime striking distance of the seasonal uniforms, the summer seasonal uniforms, the seasonal Storm, the seasonal Luna, etc., etc., etc. And I mention that because people have been speculating about what seasonal uniforms are going to come out. It absolutely, definitely could be Polaris. This is the first piece of sort of potentially leaked news and sort of potential content coming that I wanted to cover. This one is not as rock solid, so I wanted to cover it first. And you know, I'm like 80-20 on this one. 80% chance I think this isn't correct, or this isn't right, or it's like Polaris is coming much later. 20% chance it comes next in 2 weeks. The one that I think is much more likely was actually in the patch notes, and this one has a bit of a smoking gun, so that's why I am inclined to believe that this one is true. So if you go into the patch notes now and you click on the images here, and you click on this particular image of Otherworld Battle, you click on it, it will get larger, right, as images are want to do. And when you go to the image, it will look like this. And if you see here at the bottom, there are 4 tier 4s that are cut off by by the thing, right? By the frame. You have a bunch of tier 4s here, no uniforms. You have Cable here. And then you have, I don't know who that is, right? You have presumably Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and Human Torch. So this person right here, it might be Angel. I don't know exactly how. I'm pretty sure it's Angel because these are 3 mutants, right? Cyclops, Cable, and then I think that's Angel. Because this is like a base account, or like a test account, whatever, dev account. So this is Angel. There's no spoilers here. You all know these tier 4s, right? So you're probably wondering, Alex, what the hell are you talking about? Well, I got this message. I got this notification, and I got tagged in a message on Twitter. And on Twitter, I'm going to block their name out, but they said, am I going crazy, or can you see Psylocke tier 4 in the bottom row leaking her head from the patch note? Now, it's a much lower res image. I apologize for that. Okay, there's going to be a lot of pixelation when we zoom in here. But when you zoom in, what I want you to pay attention to is the positioning of... Okay, well, first of all, hold up. There's multiple leaks in this image. That's a tier 4 Gwenpool. I didn't even realize that. What the hell? That's a tier 4 Gwenpool. Okay, hold up. There's I didn't even realize that when I was prepping this video. That's a tier 4 Gwenpool. That's a huge spoiler. Holy shit. Listen. Either someone is playing a very elaborate April Fool's joke on me at the end of July, or the devs spoiled multiple updates by accident. It's not the devs, whoever made the patch notes. Now, this is completely inconsequential, but I'm actually very curious with the buffs for battlefield effects for Otherworld Battle. They seem really spicy. 40% defense decrease for universal type characters. Damage received increased by 250% for gamma radiation. And then damage dealt decreased by 300% for Phoenix Force. That seems kind of old, though. That seems like an old effect from like a long time ago. Anyways, whatever. What I want you to focus on, besides the very obvious, very glaring tier 4 Gwenpool. Holy shit. I didn't even realize that. Okay, focus, Alex. Okay, here's what I want you to focus on. They took out Gwenpool. Okay, they took out Gwenpool. She's gone. She was between Sharon and Odin. She's gone. Right? Here's what I want you to focus on even more. If Gwenpool was taken out and Odin was moved over 1, then whoever was here, Angel, should have gotten bumped up. He's not there. Angel's not there. Right? You see what I'm saying? And then here, this gray is either Quicksilver or Cable. I think it's Cable. Right? I think that gray is that gray from Cable. That is Angel, right? That's Angel. So that's the same color. Again, this is kind of hard to see. I can't zoom in anymore, right? But it's that one's there. But then look at this. Look at this. That dark one, okay? That dark one is Mr. Fantastic. That's this one. What's in between, guys? What's in between Angel and Mr. Fantastic? That's another tier 4. That's another new tier 4 that they were not supposed to show us. I didn't even fucking realize Gwenpool, but now there's 2. They're multiplying. So anyways, that head top there is very suspiciously purple, and there's not many characters in the game with purple hair. And that's pretty much Psylocke. So I don't know when this is going down, but it seems like they've accidentally leaked 2 future tier 4s in Gwenpool and Psylocke, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'm sorry if the intern that did this patch notes gets fired. Bro, you gave me some sick, absolutely juicy content, completely juiced content. Crazy, crazy stuff. I didn't even realize Gwenpool was there. Holy shit, I'm so blind. That's crazy. So yeah. And the smoking gun here, guys, is that they updated this photo, right? They updated this photo because how did this person get this screenshot? This older screenshot, right? It's very, very tiny. But yeah, I don't think that this screenshot is photoshopped. If it is, I'll give them credit. If this is a photoshopped screenshot, they fooled me. I'll take being fooled. You know what? I'll take it. Because yeah. But holy shit. So we could be seeing Psylocke and Gwenpool tier 4. Maybe we see Gwenpool tier 4 in 2 weeks, and then we see Psylocke tier 4 2 weeks after that, or vice versa. Maybe they're going to drop 2 female characters for the seasonal uniforms instead of just 1 female. Maybe we're going to get double booba. I don't know. But this seems like the biggest smoking gun and the hugest leak, the biggest leak of this update by far. So that's absolutely crazy. I wanted to give you guys the heads up on that, so you can always make the best decisions for your account. You can always, put your resources exactly where you want them to be. I always put, you guys being informed above everything else, even if it hurts my odds at them listening to us or whatever. Anyways, nah, it shouldn't hurt that. That wouldn't make any sense. But maybe they don't like me for like promotions and stuff like that. But that's fine. Anyways, that's what I wanted to cover as far as leaks go. This next one here is not a leak. This is a serious problem that is affecting a considerable number of players. It's not an isolated incident. It's not affecting 1 or 2 players, but it is a very sensitive topic because of how tricky it is to verify whether it's real or not. And I know that sounds really weird and doesn't make sense, so let me show you. Okay, big shout out to, what was his name? Neon Nelson for hitting me up with this on Discord. So this is Neon Nelson logging into their account here. And when they log in, they're immediately prompted with this notice. Your Google transaction history indicates an order that was canceled. Go to the help page. If canceled, this content cannot be accessed. And then whatever they press, OK or cancel, the game doesn't play. And they go to another page, and the same pop-up happens. And they press cancel, and then every time they you're basically soft locked out of the game. You can load up the game, you can see the stuff in game, but you cannot actually play anything. Now here's the real sticky part of this problem. This is a real notice. This is not fake, or this is not like a bug. This is a real notice to protect the game and to protect the developers from players who do what's called a chargeback. A chargeback is a pretty malicious thing that players can do, that people can do, where they basically charge something in the game, in Marvel Future Fight, or another mobile game, right? Or whatever, Fortnite even. They charge it to their credit card, they use it, they spend it in the game, so it's gone, and then they request a refund, a chargeback from their credit card. This is known to be an issue in certain mobile games. It's also more prevalent on iOS because Apple, due to its Apple tax, its 30% Apple tax, they're much more willing to issue refunds to high-spending persons because they're always getting their 30% cut anyway, so they don't really give a shit, right? Because what they're refunding is not the 30%, they're refunding what the developer paid, right? Or what the developer gained and then sort of quote-unquote lost, right? Anyways, this enters a sort of gray area where people will argue, oh, but it's digital goods. It doesn't really mean anything. It has no value, and no, the game's going to shut down anyways, blah, 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 blah. Listen. If you're charging something to your credit card and then you're getting a refund, but you used up that thing that you bought, you're cheating. It's just cheating. It's malicious behavior. I don't really care. So this is a real thing that protects, from this kind of bullshit. And this has actually been an issue in Marvel Future Fight in the past. There were players that basically scammed for tens of thousands of dollars. And their accounts were locked for like infinite days, for like 50,000 days. And then the way that this lock works, it's pretty fair in the sense that your account is only locked insofar as whatever you've refunded doesn't get, bought again. So let's say I refunded one pack for $10. All I have to do to get my account back is I have to buy another $10 pack and then leave it in my inventory. And then one of the administrators will come in and just delete the item. And then everything's clean, right? They basically just want their money back for the product that you bought and you used and you refund it. That's essentially, it's very simple. So yeah, but in the case of these players who were doing it intentionally, they had, they had racked up tens of thousands of dollars. And so they were like, I'm not going to screw that. I'm not paying that. I'm just going to delete the game. And then their accounts stayed banned forever, right? And these were competitive players at the time, too. This was a huge scandal back in the game. I think it was back in 2017 or 2018. It was crazy. I made videos on it at the time. I was shocked that players were cheating that rampantly. It was bananas. Anyways, the issue here is these players and Omnitrix and these other players are claiming that they did not refund anything. And this has actually happened to someone in my alliance with the same sort of thing, claiming that he didn't refund anything recently, but that this pop-up, he didn't refund anything, right? But he didn't refund anything recently, and that the pop-up was still happening to him and basically locking his account. So I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention in case this is happening to you. I also wanted to bring it to the attention of the devs in case there is a bug going around that falsely flags accounts as having made a refund, because if that's the case, then that's not really fair, and those people need to be their accounts need to be unlocked again, right? But this is where it's tricky. I don't know, right? I have no way of verifying if this person or anyone else, the guy in my alliance included, right? I can take him on his word, but I have no way of independently verifying with 100% certainty that nothing was refunded. So if you are watching this and or maybe you accidentally refunded something, or you accidentally canceled a credit card before the payment went through or something like that, then there's a legitimate chance that this is real and you need to fix it, right? If nothing of that is applicable to you, then this is clearly a bug, right? But I just want to, you know, I want to be clear here. I'm not trying to defend Netmarble or whatever. If it's a bug, it's awful and it needs to be fixed for sure. But I also don't think it's fair, you know, for the possibility that players would be sort of like scamming and then trying to pass it off as a bug, right? Again, I'm not accusing anyone of doing that. I'm just saying that because I can't independently verify it 100%, I have to state both sides, right? And I have to sort of lay out all possible versions, right? Because I can't verify. Anyways, that sucks. This is crazy. Absolutely wild roller coaster video. Had to get it out for you guys so you can feast on all the juicy drama and stuff. Crazy stuff. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.